Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Chiddy here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. And guys, finally we got some follow through, not just closing above that, triangle pattern and that yearly trend line multiple times, but actually giving us some more upside. We got a hammer candle right here. The body's kind of big. You guys let me know if you guys would consider this a hanging man candle. Hanging man candles are usually bearish candles. But yeah, body's kind of big. The wick is small though. We do got that long. The top wick is small. Do got that the bottom wick pretty long. So it's debatable. Some might call this a regular hammer candle, which is usually bullish. Some might call this a hanging man candle, which is usually bearish. Okay, but like we always say here at Uncle Chiddy's channel, price action is the shepherd. That's why I call us sheep style traders. Bah, let's prepare. So let's start first off. This is how I trade it on the 15-minute chart. Okay, all my levels are based on the daily chart and weekly chart, but I use the 15-minute chart because I am a day trader. Now I did not have the perfect trading day like I usually, well, I don't always do, but more often than not, I usually have a 100% accurate day. Keep in mind, I only take 1 to 2 trades a day on those days. Okay, I don't trade like 8 to 10 times and then get 100% accuracy. If I did, I probably would not get 100% accuracy. Okay, so today though, unfortunately, I took more trades than I would have liked. Usually, I want to take 1, maybe 2 trades, get my level to level move, leave some runners, and end the day green. Today was not the case. Okay, so you can see here, SPY opened up right here on this candle at they opened at 403, okay, which make first resistance at 404 and first support at 402. 402 was the 50 weekly moving average. Okay, you can see we got that strong rejection, very nice rejection on the first candle from 404, and then when it broke down 402, I alerted to the group on the Discord, hey, we got that first setup. We want to wait for the first setup. SPY gave us the first setup of breaking down 402, which put 400 in play. But as you guys can see on this candle, we did not drop to 400. As a matter of fact, the 10 o'clock candle recaptured that 402 level. That's where I cut loss. I was not happy about it, but I cut loss. And then I played the recapture. Try to play a false breakdown setup with 404 as the price target. You guys can see here, it went as high as 403.25. I actually had a zone up here, 403.5 to 404. So I would have been willing to take profits at 403.5 for a level-to-level move. But as you can see, it did not hit it, and it dropped back below 402. Guess what? Uncle Chiddy's got stopped out again. At this point, I was 0 for 2. I was not happy. But after years and years and years of practicing and training, and trading the way I've been trading, long in the breakout resistance, short and breakdown support, I know it's not going to be perfect. And I say this to you guys all the time. It's not 100% perfect. There's going to be times where you're going to have to cut loss. It's not going to work out. 51% to 60% accuracy is all you need with good risk management. So I had to cut my loss twice here. But finally, on the third trade, we broke down 402 again for the false recapture. I played that and it dropped down to 400 level. Finally, I caught a nice level-to-level move. Because I was able to cut loss well, and that took me years and years of practice, this one trade right here from 402 breakdown to 400 was able to put me back into the green. Very nice. And then we bounced from 400. And what did Uncle Chiddy do next? 12 o'clock candle. It recaptured the 402 level. I entered there. Okay, let me put my arrows. Entered there. Why did I enter there? Because I wanted to play the false breakdown of the 402 level. You guys can see here, cleared it. Had some chop. Now, this is what a lot of people struggle with. Had some chop. Look at the 12:45, 1 o'clock candle, and 1:15 candle. It washed below, meaning it went below the 402 level, but it did not close below the 402 candle level. You guys can see where these candles close. It did not close below it. So therefore, it did not hit my stop loss. I cut loss when the candle closes below the level that I traded off of. So if I'm longing breakout 402 and it closed below 402, that invalidated my trade. I would have cut loss. As you guys can see, it did not. close below 4.2. Another way that I cut loss is if I put my stop loss $1 below where I entered, okay? So I was entering off the 402 breakout. I actually entered around 402.2. So my stop loss was around 401.2. You guys can see SPY went down to 41.6s. It never hit my price target. I continued to hold and it worked out for me, all right? I didn't even want to take, I was 2 for 4 today. I didn't even want to take that fourth trade, but that's how it came out. That's what I had to do, all right? And it worked out. That's what you have to do sometimes. Stick to the strategy, stick to the plan, even when you think the plan it's not gonna work, okay? Because there's a history of it working, all right? We're trading based on tendency. SPY has a tendency when it brings down support of going lower. SPY has a tendency when it breaks out resistance, it goes lower. I did not make any of this stuff up. I'm not reinventing the wheel, okay? I'm just building on what's already made, okay? I'm just trying to master what I was taught and make it my own. All right? So, 2 for 4. Now let's go to the daily chart. All right? Guys, can see that hammer candle? Y'all let me know. Is that a hammer candle, bullish, or is that a bearish hanging man candle? I'm thinking that's a hammer candle. But either way, we got that follow through. You guys see this orange little zone right there? I got an area of liquidity, higher time frame liquidity. It's an indicator from a trading view, and it just identifies where all the areas of liquidities are, where possible stop losses are set. And 405.5 is a zone that there is liquidity there, okay? If that clears, watch that 407 to 408 zone. It's previous pivot highs, okay? Previous pivot high from back in November, late November, early December. And of course, speaking of early December, we got that 410 to 410.5 zone. Okay, definitely a sell zone up there and area liquidity around 411.7-ish. All right? So, yeah, we got the close above that 404 level. That's definitely a support that I'll be watching. 402. If I go to the weekly chart, that 402 level is based on the 50 weekly moving average. Okay, we got one more day, guys. Based on the weekly chart, we got one more day that SPY needs to close above 402 for this to be considered a breakout. All right? So I don't consider this a breakout yet. We still have one more trading day. We do got the breakout off that downtrend line that we had since December. Keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be watching this. Millions and millions of people like you and me that possibly will get bullish now. That will get bullish now that we see some follow through. All right? Pay attention to the news. Don't pay attention to the news based on what you should do. Pay attention to the news based on what you shouldn't do. In my opinion, we got this breakout, right? A lot of people's watching it. If the news start getting bullish, talking about the bull market is back, y'all be careful, okay? Because that's when they like to rug pull us. At the end of the day, price action is the shepherd. Price action has the final say. And if you know how to read price action analysis, which is what Uncle Charles try to do for us every day, you will know how to manage your risk and you will not get rug pulled. That's my opinion, and I believe that, and I stand by that. Okay? So, as long as above 402, stay bullish. I already told you 402 is the 50 weekly moving average. Stay bullish above 402. 405.5 and upper targets are in play as long as above 402. All right? Tomorrow, bear case scenario here, if SPY drops back below 402, you guys already know that's a false breakout setup. We got a false breakout setup on our hand here. Below 402, put 400, which bounced today, guys. 400 showed strong buying pressure today. So 402 fails, 400 would be the next take profit target. 400 fails, that would be very bearish because we saw how well it tested as served as resistant all week. Today it gave us a strong bounce, $4 bounce, over $4 bounce. So if that level failed, that would be bearish. Okay, 398.5 and 397 will be back in play based on the bear trend line, the bear market trend line, and my triangle pattern that I have here. Okay, below 397 and 398.5, bears take back control, false breakout setup, and I will favor more downside. 200 daily moving average at 395. 50 weekly moving average, 50 daily moving average is at 393. Also, I have this pink trend line here that's connecting January 6th low to January 19th and January 20th low. 393 will be the support of that breakdown. 393 will be a breakdown of that trend line. And I would favor a test of 390, 388. And maybe we go test this trend line down here at 386. All right? So, keep it simple. Below 402, bearish. If it breaks down 402, look to short. If it gap below 402, identify the next immediate support level, which would be 400, 398.5, and 397. If those level fails, look to short. Play it level to level. But below 397 or 398.5 is when I would swing shorts, at least down to 393. All right, below 393 where the 50 daily moving averages, if that fails, I would swing another position of shorts. And I would target low targets down to 390, 388, and maybe, just maybe, we'll go test 386. All right, that starts with the breakdown of 402. Below 398.5 and 397, bears take back control. All right, as long as above 402, stay bullish. All right, stay bullish. If you're a bear bias trader and the market is acting bullish still, don't trade. Don't take any setups you don't like, and wait for the right setup. For you would be the false breakout setup. All right, not every false breakout move ends up being the top, but every top started off being a false breakout. Just keep that in mind. All right, moving on to triple Q. Triple Q broke finally. We got the breakout, guys. Even though it's overbought, this is not the ideal condition for a breakout. That's my opinion, because RSI is so overbought. But a breakout is a breakout, and it leads us to the next setup. If it breaks out tomorrow, it needs to stay above 293.5. It go test 290, 294.5-ish. Okay, and that would put 296.8 to 297 zone in play, with 299.5 above that and 303.8-ish. Okay, for me to get bearish on triple Q, I need to see a breakdown of support levels starting with 290, 287.6. That's based on his green trend line here, and it support. It was support today and it held. Yeah, below 287.5-ish would put 285, 282.5, 281, and 277.5 in play. All right, that's triple Q. As long as above 290, guys, stay bullish. 294, 294.5 is the next resistant. Let's see if we can break that out. That's a fib level, okay? 294.5 is a fib level. Let's see if we can go and tap that 299.5 to 300 level, okay? Can't get bearish unless it's below 290, and especially that 287.5, and breakdown of this channel is around 285 now, okay? IWM, it closed above that 187.5-ish level, guys. I think I've been mentioning that to you. It's a fib level. 187.6. That's 38.2 fib level for IWM. 187.6. We got to close above that. All right, not the most impressive close, but it's a close above it. That's considered a breakout. So as long as above 187.6, the breakout holds. 190 is the next resistant, and if cleared, 193 to 194 zone in play, okay? Look for puts only if 187.6 fail. Play that false breakout, and we can see, IWM drop back down to 185, 183-ish, and 181.7-ish. All right? Bearish case for IWM starts if 187.6 fail for the false breakout set. All right? Stay bullish as long as above. Holy moly, look at Tesla. If you were trading shares, I mentioned yesterday, long the breakout of 146. If you was trading shares, you might have been able to catch this move. If you was, bull bias or something and swinging calls, you might have caught that move. Very nice move. But, if you was day trading Tesla today, it was a bit difficult. Didn't get much of a move. But, you see, that's a hangman. That's a hanging man. Keep in mind, guys, hanging man, usually bearish. All right, so it did close above the 159 resistant level though. So if we're gonna break down, it needs to start with 159, 157, and maybe if that fail, I do have support at 153, 150, 150, 148, and then the gap fill around 146s. Okay, so the bear case scenario starts if it can break back below 159, 156 for a false breakout setup. All right, as long as above 159, 157 lowest. The next resistance level I got is at 161.5 for Tesla. If that clears, I think we can go test 167.5-ish and 167.5 is first, 169, 173, and then possibly 175.6s. All right, that starts with 157 lowest holding. All right, and it has to clear that 161.5 resisted. Apple. Okay, so we got the breakout of that what is this, 143.5 resistant level that I mentioned to you guys. We got the breakout. One breakout is not enough, obviously. Okay, gotta show follow through. So as long as it's above 143.5, 146.6, and 150 are the next targets for Apple. Okay, I would look to short if 143.5 failed to play the false breakout setup with the next support at 141.8, 140, and 138 below that. All right, let's take a look at the VIX. Here's the VIX. Showed some follow through today. It broke down the 19.4 support yesterday. Today it treated that level as a resistance. So it looked like it wants to go test the 18 level. The 18 level. Maybe double bottom there. But if it doesn't hold, I do got a nice drop down to 15.38 as the next target for the VIX. Okay, it needs to get above 19.4 to give us a false breakdown setup. Wait, I don't do INTC. This is a trade for my Discord, guys. But here is the DXY. Yeah, it's still pretty much chopping here. Still giving us, you guys can see that, still giving us the lower highs. So it looked like it wants to break down that 101.5 level. It's testing it today. We'll see. If it does not hold, 101.2 is the next target. I need to see it break this green trend line. 102.1 is the breakout, and it should put 103 and 103.4 back in play. Okay, let's end this with the option flow. This filter for 500K premiums or above. You see 78% mostly going into puts. You can see here sweep order. This is aggressive. 2.8 million. Over 6,000 in size. They entered around 42.3-ish, but they got a 395 strike price for February 17th expiration date, guys. So you see big money still aggressively betting to the downside. Maybe we're gonna drop at FOMC. You know, maybe we're gonna rally up to FOMC, which is late, at the end of January, early Feb. We also got Apple's earning, which is a big chunk of the market. You know, 10% of SPY. You can see here, big money betting to the downside. This is very aggressive. This is very, very aggressive in my opinion. Even though this one is a block order. 10.9 million in premium. Over 22,000 in size. They entered around the 289 level, but 270 strike price for March 31st. That's out the money. Now this one's even more aggressive because it's a sweep order. 4.3 million in premium, over 9,000 size. Also 270 strike price. But this is a March 31st, okay, expiration date. Now, to be fair, we do got some sweep orders here as well for calls. 300 strike price February 8, 298 strike price on February 8. This one 1.5 million, 1.8 million, both over 5,000 in size. So yeah, the most aggressive plays, we are getting a mixture of results. But the calls are a lot closer because they're February 8th, while the puts are a little further out for March. Okay, so you guys keep that in mind. IWM, nothing for IWM. Tesla, what's happening? 73% in the puts for Tesla. I'm looking at these contracts, nothing that really sticks out to me the way Apple and QQQ did. But yeah, 73% in the puts for Tesla and 89% in the calls for Apple. That's very interesting there, okay? block order over 8.2 million in premium, over 9,000 in size, 136 strike price. So this is a pretty in the money, February 10th. Okay, and let's see what the VIX got. Nothing. All right, so that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure you guys add my level to your charts. Look to long when resistant clear. Look to short when support fail. Keep in mind the false breakouts and the false breakdown setups. False breakouts, you look for puts. False breakdowns, you look for calls. Play it level to level. If you guys need help with mastering this trading style, this system, and want more content from Uncle Charters, please consider joining my Discord. I would love to serve you guys at an even higher level. Okay? Whatever it's chop, trend day, we make money, level to level style. Let's get it. Peace.